Okay, our next video is going to be covering more literal equations and more formulas. So we have a few examples that we can work together, and if you already know how to do these, then just you can kind of fast forward through it if you know how, and work each problem and check your answer. But make sure that you spend some time and you do watch the video and you know how to do these particular problems. Okay, so let's look at number 1, solve for b. So remember, with literal equations, you're going to try to isolate the variable. You're doing inverse operations to both sides. So I need to look and locate my b, which is right here. There's my b. I need to undo everything around it. So the first thing I'm going to do is add 1 to both sides. So if I do that, add 1 over here, draw my line. So this is now a plus 1 equals b over 2 plus I. Now I can undo the plus I by subtracting I from both sides. And when I do that, that goes away. So now I have b over 2, b divided by 2, is equal to a plus 1 minus I. So now I'm almost there. I just need to get rid of the fraction part here, and we know to do that you have to multiply everything by 2. So I'm going to multiply this side by 2, and I'm going to multiply this by 2. Now notice I'm putting parentheses around this because I really don't want to have to do distributive property. So my answer is going to be b, there's my b here, is equal to 2, and then in parentheses, a plus 1 minus I, end parentheses. And that's my answer. All right, let's try number 2. All right, number 2, write it down. A minus 4 equals 2b minus 7. All we're going to do here is isolate for b. We're going to solve for b right there. So first thing I want to do is undo the subtracting 7. So that means I'm going to add 7 to both sides. Now the 7 over here is eliminated, so I have 2b equals a minus 4 plus 7. Now I can simplify that right now if I want to. A minus 4 plus 7, well that's, if I combine like terms, that's just going to be a plus 3. So anytime you can simplify, do that. So now I need to divide by 2 on both sides. And the 2's cancel, so my answer is b is equal to a plus 3 over 2. Pretty simple. All right, let's try number 3. Okay, write the problem down. W equals 1,000 capital C divided by T times little c. All right, so we're solving for the big C. So first thing you notice is that you have a fraction, and even though these aren't numbers, they represent numbers. So you need to get rid of this TC. Because you're dividing by TC, that means you need to multiply by TC on both sides. So I'm going to do my brackets. This is clearing a fraction that we've learned how to do, and I'm going to multiply both sides by TC. When I do that, on the left I get T times C times capital W is equal to, the TC cancels over here, it's equal to 1,000 C. Now if I just divide by 1,000 on both sides, inverse operations, then I get C, capital C, is equal to TC, capital W, divided by 1,000. And that would be your answer. Very good. All right, so that was 3 problems on literal equations. Now, okay, so this problem has to do now with formulas. So for the next 3 problems, we'll be working with formulas. So here's your volume of a sphere formula, And it says a sphere has a radius of 3 centimeters. Find the volume and leave your answer in terms of pi. So volume is equal to 4/3 times pi, and then the radius we said was 3, so times 3 to the third. So I'm going to work the problem, and I'm going to rearrange it a little bit and put that over there. 3 to the third. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. So this will be 27 over 1, and then pi. Then I cross reduce. 3 goes into 27 9 times, and then I multiply, and I get volume is equal to 36 pi. And that's going to be my answer. All right, let's do 2 more. Okay, for this problem, we're going to find, we need the volume of a pyramid, which I've put right here. So on your measurement chart, you have all of these particular formulas. You just have to learn how to use them. All right, so V stands for volume. The capital B, that stands for the area of the base of the pyramid, and the H is the height. So we have some numbers. The square pyramid has a base area of 81 centimeters squared, and it has the volume of 1188, so it says find the height. So the volume is 1188, so I'm going to put that where the V goes. Then I have 1/3. Then it says the base area, which is the capital B, is 81, so times 81. And then it says to find the height. So now we're going to work backwards. All right, first of all, I can do 1/3 times 81. And if I cross cancel, I think that I get 27, because 81 divided by 3 is 27. So let's simplify that. So 1188 is equal to 27h. And then all I'm going to do now is divide by 27. So when I divide by 27, I get h is equal to 44 centimeters. So the height of the square pyramid is 44 centimeters. All right, let's look at the last one. All right, the last one is a fun one. It says a cylinder has a total surface area of 882 pi centimeters squared, and the radius is 9. Find the height. Now when you look at the formula, we get a nice fancy little formula here. So don't be intimidated. We're just going to plug in our numbers and work backwards. All right, so it says the surface area is 882. So I put that in first. 882 pi centimeters squared. That's the surface area. Then I plug in my numbers. So I have 2 pi. It says the radius is 9. So 2 pi times 9 times h. That's the first part. That's this. 2 pi rh plus 2 times pi times radius squared. So 9 squared. So now everything's in. Now I just have to simplify and then solve for the height. All right, so first I'm going to simplify here because I can do 2 times 9 here, and I can get 18. So 18 pi h goes there. Plus, I can simplify this. 9 squared is 81, and 2 times 81 would be 162. So 162 pi. All right, now what I need to do is I'm going to work backwards. Remember, I'm solving for h. So I'm going to subtract 162 pi from both sides. Subtract 162 pi on the left. When I do that, this clears, and I'm left with 18 pi h. And then if I subtract here, I get 720 pi. So 720 pi equals 18 pi h. Now all I have to do is isolate the h. So I'm going to divide everything by 18 pi. Divide this side by 18 pi. The 18 pi goes away, so I have h is equal to, on the left the pi's cancel, and 720 divided by 18, I believe, is 40 centimeters. So now we have found the height of the cylinder, 40 centimeters. All right, that's it for today. The next thing you'll need to do is work on the worksheet. So I hope you have a great day. Oh, and no whisk on this one if you listen to the end.